Hey, Christ Covenant Church, it's Pastor Jason, and I'm thankful for Pastor Jeff for finishing out John chapter 12 this past week while we were at White Lake. Thank you for your prayers. We had a great time at White Lake, great weather, great time of spiritual teaching from the book of James, great time with our students and youth from our three churches. And so thank you so much for your prayers and support. Thank you, Jeff, for finishing out the book of signs, chapters 1 through 12 in John. And now we move to John chapter 13. We've just seen this summary of genuine faith and belief versus the unbelief of so many, especially so many Jews. And now Jesus turns to his disciples. And he focuses the rest of his time in his final Passion Week in teaching and in showing example to his disciples and in helping them and preparing them for his death and resurrection. And in doing so, this week, we are going to see Jesus' mission that is so focused on his love for his people and his service to those who are his. And I'm calling this sermon, Jesus Serves, So We Serve. Because when we get a clear vision of the God who created the universe, humbling himself to serve us, even to be obedient to the point of death on a cross for us, it shows us and it compels us to lead a life of honorable service to others. Our natural tendency as sinners is to live for self. But the honorable life, the life that is only made possible by the forgiveness and the power of Jesus' gospel giving us the Spirit of God, is that we live for the glory of God, in the love of God, and in service to others. Motivated by the glory of God and the love of God, we love others. Listen, I know I say these things a lot, but I say them because it's what God's mission is all about. It's a rescuing love story that he comes and rescues us through his love, that we might actually live to love him and to love others, and that there's no greater motivation in or outside the universe than this, to have goals not for just ourselves, but to serve the glory of God and to serve and love others. We're going to see Jesus take the humblest place so that we might take the humblest place and serve others well. And we're going to see how that brings true freedom in life, because so much of us were caught up in this notion that we need certain things from other people. We need people to see us a certain way. We need them to respect us in a certain way. We need them to love us in a certain way, but that's not true. What we need is the love and acceptance of God, which we get in the gospel. And when we have that, we're free not to need things from people, but we're free to lower ourselves and to serve others. And remember, in the kingdom of God, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And so we're going to walk through this text. We're going to see Jesus wash the disciples' feet and how this speaks to the truth of the gospel, how desperately we need the cleansing of Jesus, and how we are now called to wash one another's feet, to serve one another in love, to take the lowest place, because that is the most honorable way to live, based on Jesus taking the lowest place in order to take on the cross for our salvation. Looking forward to this Sunday as we dive into this passage. Read John 13, 1 through 17. Yeah, 1 through 17. And we'll dive in on Sunday morning as we gather to worship King Jesus together.